All right, ever wonder what it really takes to get your paper into a top-tier security journal? Well, forget everything you think you know. We've got the Insider Playbook, straight from folks on the editorial boards of the most elite publications out there, and we're going to break it all down for you, right now.
Okay, let's just jump right in with this one because it is wild. Admitting your paper's limitations increases its chance of acceptance. I mean, that sounds completely backwards, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Top reviewers see this as a huge sign of intellectual honesty. It shows you really, truly understand your own work, warts and all. And believe me, this is just the first of many unwritten rules we're going to uncover.
So here's the biggest secret, and it's not what you think. It's not just about having amazing, groundbreaking research. I mean, that's just the price of entry. The real secret is that every single elite journal, we're talking TIFs, TDSC, they all have a distinct personality. And getting accepted, it's all about proving your work fits in with their specific club.
This means choosing where to submit isn't just about matching your topic. No, it's about choosing the right arena, the right game to play. Are you playing the TIFs game? That's the IEEE Transactions on Information Forensics and Security? Or are you playing the TDSC game, the Transactions on Dependable and Secure Computing? Because trust me, the answer to that question changes absolutely everything about how you present your research.
So let's break down that core difference. Think of it like this. TIPS is basically the mathematician's journal. It's backed by the Signal Processing Society, and for them, it's all about theoretical rigor, formal proofs, that kind of stuff. But then you have TDSC. That one comes from the Computer Society, and they think like a systems engineer. They want to know, does it work in the real world? Is it reliable? How's the performance? Is it deployable?
And if you want to get into TIFs with anything even remotely related to cryptography, you absolutely need something called provable security. Now, what is that? Well, think about it like this. You're not just building a bank vault and telling everyone, hey, this is a really strong vault. No, you are providing a mathematical proof that breaking into your vault is just as hard as solving some universally accepted crazy hard math problem. It's not a suggestion, it's your non-negotiable ticket to get into their club.
And this slide just illustrates the point perfectly. I mean, check this out. It's the exact same research on federated learning, but look at the two totally different pitches. For TIFs, the mathematician, you're highlighting words like provably secure and the super formal, semi-honest adversary model. But for TDCSOs, the engineer, you're talking about the edge computing environment and a really practical result like less than X% accuracy degradation. You see, you're literally speaking two different languages to two different audiences.
Okay, so you've picked your arena, you know which language to speak. Now what? Now you have to survive the editor's first look. And you've got maybe 5 minutes, tops. The clock is ticking from the second they open your file. And honestly, this is where most papers either live or die.
And the key to surviving those first 5 minutes? It's all in the abstract. Editors are literally scanning for this exact 5-part structure. So here's the formula. 1. Background and motivation. 2. What's the problem you're solving? 3. What's your unique method? 4. Give me hard numbers, quantifiable results. And 5. Why does it matter? What's the significance? No fluff, no vague promises. Follow this formula, and you're showing them you know how to play the game.
Now on the flip side, here are the things that are almost guaranteed to get you rejected. First, pure engineering papers with zero security theory behind them. For a journal like TIFs, that's an instant no. Second, tiny little improvements on something that already exists. Editors will just see that as a footnote, not a full paper. And third, tacking on security as an afterthought to some other project. Oh yeah, they can spot that from a mile away.
Here's another great insider tip, and it's another one that feels a little counterintuitive. You might be tempted to list every single contribution you made, right? Wrong. Don't do it. When an editor sees a huge long list, their first thought is, what are they trying to hide? They get suspicious that there's no single powerful core idea. So instead, you need to focus. Pick your 3 strongest, most defensible contributions and highlight those. It's all about quality, not quantity.
All right, let's say you've done all that. You picked the right journal, you nailed the abstract, you survived the editor's initial scan. Congratulations. But you're not done yet. Now you face the real challenge, the real gauntlet, the reviewers. And trust me, understanding how they think is a whole new ballgame. Okay, this next part is huge. You have to understand that reviewers do not read your paper from page 1 to the end. That's not how it works. Get this. They read the abstract, then they jump straight to the conclusion. They want to see if you actually delivered on what you promised. After that, they go right to your experiment section to see if the data is solid. Your core technical method, the thing you probably spent the most time on, that's often one of the last things they look at in detail.
So your conclusion and your experiments have a massive, massive impact on their first impression.
You really have to put yourself in their shoes. Think about it. It is so much easier to find a few flaws and write a rejection letter than it is to build a case for why a paper should be accepted. So your job as the author is to make their job easy. You need to hand them the justification for accepting your paper on a silver platter. And one of the best ways to do that goes back to our first point. Have a dedicated limitations section. Be upfront. It shows you're not hiding anything, and it gives them the confidence they need to champion your work.
So, when you boil it all down, what are we really talking about here? It's a fundamental shift in your mindset. Getting a paper published at this elite level isn't just about dumping your data and your findings onto a page. No, it is an act of strategic communication. You have to craft a compelling argument, you have to anticipate the objections, and you have to perfectly tailor your message for a very specific, and let's be honest, a very demanding audience.
And that right there is the inside track. That's the playbook for getting published in these top-tier security journals. It really is a game, and it's a game with its own set of very specific unwritten rules. So for all you researchers watching, I want to leave you with a question. What's the one unwritten rule of publishing that you wish you knew earlier? The one you had to learn the hard way? Drop it in the comments below. Let's share some of that hard-won knowledge.